wow. Just wow. In a short time, I've already gotten so many responses to my Wonderbolts Academy review that all make up pretty similar comments that it's just easier for me to respond to most of them here with another Q&A style video. Now before I get started, I just want to remind all of you that I appreciate everyone who took the time to watch my video and leave a comment. Anywho, let the slaughter begin! Rainbow Dash says right at the beginning that she'll only be gone a week. In my defense, Dash's comment goes by really quickly, and I did at least speculate that it was a preliminary trial program, but yeah, after going back to watch the episode again, I have to admit, you guys were totally right. I can't believe after all the time I spent revising my review, which went right up to a couple of minutes before I started recording, by the way, I completely missed that. So yeah, I messed up. Thanks to everyone who pointed that out to me, and you can officially consider that complaint crossed off my list. Rainbow increased the cloud's density so that it would be solid enough to support the other characters. Except that clouds don't really work that way. Now maybe if it was a group of Pegasi or other creatures that have special rules here, then I would understand, but even a really thick cloud isn't going to be solid for a regular horse. And really the biggest problem with this answer is that it basically means you're accepting the third possibility that I brought up, that the writers just threw their hands up and went, fuck it, it's a cartoon. And maybe you're right. I don't know what the writing process was like for this episode. But I don't know, I like to give them a little more credit than that. Spitfire was only distancing herself from Rainbow Dash in order to treat everyone fairly. Spitfire has seen Rainbow Dash perform and has personally spoken to her on several occasions. We also saw in Best Night Ever that Rainbow isn't some random fangirl that Spitfire forgot about. She left a very strong impression on her. And we didn't get any hint of that here. Now I'm not talking about preferential treatment, I just wanted some acknowledgement of the established history between these two. Whether it was a look that they gave each other, or maybe a line in Spitfire's office where she could have said, hey, you might have impressed me before, but that doesn't mean anything here. You know, just something. Why do we need to be told about the cloud walking spell? Can't we just assume Twilight cast the spell without being told about it? Because otherwise, apparently, a bunch of people are assuming that Rainbow somehow made the cloud become solid. I didn't like how they treated Lightning Dust, and you're wrong about the ending because of a deleted scene. Okay, I have just been made aware of Megan McCarthy's Twitter page. For those who don't pay attention to the credits, she's one of the main writers for the show. But anyway, she posted an alternate ending to the episode, and oh my god, it was so much better, you guys! It seriously cleared up so many problems that I don't know why they didn't use it. Unfortunately, I can't really count that scene in my final review because ultimately they didn't put it in the episode. And if you didn't pay attention to the behind-the-scenes stuff in the online community, then you would have no idea that ending even existed. And for those who are curious, in the alternate ending, Lightning Dust is demoted to a wing pony. Rainbow asks her if she's okay, and Lightning admits that she was getting out of control and that Rainbow did the right thing by telling someone. In the end, Rainbow returns to Ponyville and shows that she got a medal for being first in her class, and says that while it isn't an automatic spot on the Wonderbolts, Spitfire said that they'll be keeping an eye on her. Again, in my opinion, it really sucks that they didn't use this ending. But what did you think about the Pinkie Pie segments? Honestly, those are pretty distracting. It seemed like they were trying to find an excuse for Pinkie to go crazy here. And frankly, the whole Rainbow Dash might lose her memory angle seemed like a really big stretch even for Pinkie. On the other hand, all that setup did eventually help explain why they all showed up in the balloon just in time for the tornado, so it did serve a purpose. But yeah, I think I would have cut back on Pinkie just a little bit. What are your thoughts on the Season 3 finale? Alicorn Rage! Seriously, I can't believe they brought in this scrawny-looking generic character with short black hair and tried to say that was Twilight. Yeah, like we weren't gonna notice. I'm gonna go on Metacritic and give this episode a 0 without even watching it. How dare they make an enjoyable episode with good songs and the shot of rarity that's giving me all sorts of funny feelings for some reason. Hey, baby, looks like you've got something rock hard on your rear end. Oh, and your cutie mark is back to normal too. Bazzow! And how dare they bring back Derpy and give us character development that could potentially lead to new and interesting stories later. It's pandering, I tell you. Pandering! So yeah, I really liked it. It's not perfect, there are some problems, but I'll go into more detail in my actual review. But overall, I'm just really confused about the absolute shitstorm that this is bringing out of the fandom, specifically in regard to those who are automatically writing the episode off just because of the Alicorn thing. I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, admittedly, I'm not completely immune to fanboy rage myself, as many people believe I demonstrated with Keep Calm and Flutter On, but at least I try to articulate the reasons why I feel the way I do. Now, I have heard some people bring up some legitimate concerns about the future of the series in regard to the big reveal that was spoiled weeks in advance by the fandom and the Hub's marketing campaign, and that's fine. There is such a thing as having a healthy amount of skepticism about this, but just going, "Oh, there's an alicorn, the show's ruined," is not a valid argument. But again, I'll save the rest for the actual review. And with that, seeing as how I've completely derailed from the original topic, I must bring this latest Q&A session to an end. Hope you all enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.